You know how people always say the best things in life are free? Well, that might be true for sunsets and laughter, but it definitely doesn't apply to something as stunning as this fully restored 1947 Westcraft Sequoia travel trailer. Still, you can absolutely enjoy looking at it without spending a dime. Just feast your eyes on the photos and videos and let yourself dream a little. This gorgeous piece of craftsmanship has returned to the spotlight for the second time this year, and it's easy to see why. It's a rare 28-foot Westcraft Sequoia that's been rescued from a private collection and meticulously brought back to life. What you get is not just a vintage trailer, but a rolling work of art. Breathtakingly beautiful, yet still completely functional back in the day, between the mid-1930s and 1955, Westcraft built some of the most luxurious and stylish travel trailers around. They were considered the crème de la crème of the RV world, the only real rivals to the legendary Airstreams even today. Collectors and enthusiasts hunt them down like hidden treasures. This particular model is from 1947, which means it was built after the war, using aircraft-style construction techniques that made it both sleek and sturdy. The steel chassis, aluminum frame ribs, and riveted aluminum skin weren't just for looks. They made these trailers tough enough to endure the years. The earlier pre-war models, with their wooden frames and screwed-on skins, couldn't quite compete in terms of durability. Westcraft really stepped up its game with these post-war builds, crafting trailers designed to last for decades with minimal upkeep. Few of these beauties have survived the test of time, but the ones that did often remain in working order. This Sequoia could easily hit the road again, if not for the artistic choices made during its restoration. You see, this one has a bit of a story behind it. It first resurfaced in 2021 when a new owner bought it from a private collector. At the time, it was in pretty rough shape, a blank canvas waiting for a creative touch. The new owner, who also happened to run a restoration shop called Above and Beyond Customs, saw its potential immediately inspired by another famous Westcraft, a 1950 Capistrano Calypso that had just sold at auction. He decided to reimagine his Sequoia as a tribute to that model. He spent 3 years and over 10,000 hours breathing new life into the trailer, rebuilding it not as a replica, but as a loving homage to the Calypso he admired. The result is absolutely spectacular. The two trailers share a nearly identical aesthetic: two-tone navy and white exteriors, warm glossy wood interiors, and a mix of stainless steel, glass, and red leather accents that perfectly capture mid-century luxury on wheels. Inside, the 47 Sequoia feels more like a cozy suite than a camper. At the front, there's a charming little lounge area with a wooden table and 2 red leather chairs, the kind of spot where you can imagine sipping your morning coffee or a glass of wine at sunset. The kitchen area is impressively detailed, featuring vintage-inspired appliances, a mirrored stainless steel countertop, and even a built-in glassware cabinet that doubles as a bar. Soft underbody lighting reflects off the glossy wood veneer, giving the whole space an intimate, inviting glow. At the back, the bedroom is just as lovely, with a custom mattress, dual wardrobes, and built-in storage under the bed. There's no bathroom or water tanks on board, though the original layout had one. That was a deliberate choice by the restorer. This trailer was designed to live as a collectible piece, hooked up to utilities on private land, rather than traveling from campsite to campsite. It's not meant to be a road warrior anymore, but it's far from being a garage queen. When it went to auction in January 2025, the 47 Sequoia sold for a jaw-dropping $262,000. Now, it's back up for sale again through Indiana-based Motor Vault, and while it doesn't seem to have been used much since, it's still turning heads. The current bid sits around $100,000, but if you've ever watched an online auction before, you know how wild those final minutes can get. The gavel might have already fallen. Even if you're not in the market for a vintage trailer, this restored Westcraft Sequoia is worth admiring. There's something truly special about it. The craftsmanship, the history, the care that went into every detail. It's not the only 1947 Sequoia still around, but it's certainly one of the most beautiful examples out there. Sometimes, Just looking at something this gorgeous is enough to make you appreciate the finer things in life. No ownership required.